Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Gorhamian here with Misfit Studios as always, and today I'm going to be showing you how I build YouTube thumbnails using Inkscape. Before we get into it, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to remind you to please hit that subscribe button. I know there is a ton of you watching the content here at Misfit Studios that are not yet subscribed. Please, it takes 2 seconds. Hit that little red button, hit the bell. That way you guys don't miss out on anything new. And let's get into the video. All right, let's go ahead and jump right into it. How I build my YouTube thumbnails. It's really simple, really easy, and your thumbnails don't have to be huge and extravagant and over the top. I'm going to show you exactly what I mean right now. So let's go ahead and get some of our assets, some of our images imported first. I've got a little folder here. Let's go ahead and drag and drop myself in. A goofy little image of me. My logo, I usually put these in all of the Misfit Studios stuff, and then of course the Misfit Studios logo. If you guys want to do these at separate times, you don't want to import each and every one of them just to keep your workspace a little cleaner, that's okay too. I just like to bring them all in, and of course I'm clicking the wrong buttons. And a little tip, now that I've done that, if you actually hit Control and hold down on the middle mouse wheel, you will actually turn the canvas at an angle. Done that a few times. There is a really simple fix. Go up to View, Canvas Orientation, and Reset Canvas. Just a little tech tip for you today. So let's go ahead and get our canvas. And I know a lot of the time I actually get rid of this page border, but I actually, when I'm doing my thumbnails, I like to have that around just to give me kind of a reference size. Let's go ahead and go to Document Properties. A YouTube thumbnail is 1280 by 720. Okay, so it's, if you want to, you can actually come down here to go to a custom size and type that in if you want, or you can scroll all the way down to the bottom, and the 720 HD is 1280 by 720. So you go ahead and highlight that, and then we can click out of that. And as you can see, there is our size that we're going to need for our YouTube thumbnail. Of course, you don't have to use this page border. You can always just grab your square rectangle that is very yellow, and then you can change it from there. You can go ahead and go back to your selection tool, go up to here to pixels, and then change the height and width and do it that way. We will be doing that here shortly because we're going to need to build a background. But first, let's go ahead and start with the image of myself. We're going to go ahead and scroll in, and what we want to do is we actually just want to cut this out of the background. And so let's go ahead and grab our Bezier pen. I'm not going to do a whole lot of explanation on this one because I have done plenty of, how to remove a background from an image already on Inkscape, along with Inkscape 1.0. So if you guys want to see that, I will put a link in the description down below so you guys can do that. Now that we got that, we're going to go ahead and clip and set. Now that we've got that background pulled out of there, we can go ahead and make a new background. So let's go ahead and grab our rectangle tool. We're going to go ahead and just drag and drop there. Make sure we're on pixels and 1280 wide by 720 tall. Now that we've got that, we can go ahead and change the color, make, a few texture changes, that kind of thing. We're actually going to be going to blue on this one. Go over to our fill and stroke menu, and we're going to go to our fill paint and give it a little bit of a grade. Like that. Go ahead and duplicate. Just like so. All right, so what I did there was I actually, just to give things kind of a neat little appearance, just to give, not just a solid blue background. What I did was I actually have two squares here, and as you can see, I've got a gradient, or a a gradient on the fill on each one. And what I did was I just changed those a little bit, manipulated that, and then duplicated those, flipped one 180 degrees, and then laid them on top of each other. You can do that without doing it while they're on top of each other, and then just realign them after. Just go, of course, go to your line to distribute, highlight both of those, and then horizontally and vertically align. So now that we've got our background, it isn't going to be transparent on the thumbnail, of course, but that's okay. So let's go ahead and add in our other elements here. I'm going to hold Control-Shift, scale down this Misfit Studios logo a little bit. We're going to drag him in over, make sure he is on the top. That way it's on the very top layer. And we can put that down in the lower left corner, and then grab the Gorhamian logo, make that nice and small. Select this myself. We're going to bring that to the top layer so it's on the top. Control-Shift and make that a little smaller. And then we're going to go ahead and line that up with the bottom. As you can see here, I've got the snap nodes, paths, and handles, and then the snapping, enable snapping percentage. And then what that's going to do is it's going to snap that bottom edge down to the bottom of that. And as you can see, it's snapped to the bottom because we don't want it to, get too far below, because then that will distort the size of our image. Because if we click this background, we're still at 1280 by 720. And if we go below that, then, it'll get cut off anyways. And so just to make sure everything's nice and flush. So let's go ahead and move that over just a little bit. All right, now that we've got everything set and all the sizes are what we want, now we want to put in our text. Let's go ahead and grab our text tool. We're going to go ahead and click, and of course make everything capitalized. Just like that, we're going to go ahead and Control A, and we're actually going to change the center alignment on the paragraph. Grab our selection tool, bring that down in there, make sure that is on the top. Control-Shift, make it nice and large so everybody can read it. And then we're going to go into our text menu. We're going to make that nice and bold. Back to our selection tool. It's of course gotten a little large, so we can make that a little smaller. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Gorhamian here with Misfit Studios as always, and of course remember, this is just a super simple way of doing things. I wouldn't actually use this for a YouTube thumbnail. This was just showing you the very basic steps on how I got there. It is of course up to you guys to put some of your creative ability into these, so have fun with it. If you guys want to see anything else on Inkscape, please leave a comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and we will see you guys next time.